Okay, Swampletics time. I get it.
Oh, I'm happy with that. Just 2 more best in slots to achieve. That was such a long grind. I need to slowly start working on smithing. I need 34 in order to unlock temple trekking, and until I hit 15, it's going to be extremely slow. Granted, at 15, it's still going to be very slow, but faster than what I'm currently doing. In case you don't already know, let me introduce you to Burdarat, the city I need 34 smithing for. City of Content, biggest unlock, temple trekking. Temple trekking is a minigame with an extremely vast reward system. The 2 biggest unlocks from accessing Burdarat and subsequently temple trekking is bowstring and XP tomes. I can get bowstring from temple trekking, allowing me to finally properly start training my range by making my first bow on the account. The next is XP tomes, which I touched on last episode, which gives me arguably the biggest unlock on the account, and that's Slayer training. With access to Slayer comes access to several new monsters in the Canifus Slayer Tower. So I'd like to work on 2 main things before properly beginning this grind. I want to get overheads and I want to get 15 herblore. I want the best gear I can possibly get with the content I currently have unlocked, which means getting the last 2 pieces of best in slot gear. The Mithril Square Shield and the Rune Medhelm.
Okay.
Rune Medhelm and the Mithril Square Shield are the key to starting all of this, so let's see if we can test our luck there at werewolves, especially since I have the Mithril Scimitar now. Yes! Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy that that's not the last one I need to get. Rune Medhelm, baby. That's a big upgrade, and I can almost wear it too. 1.6k away from 40 defense currently, so that's going to be a huge upgrade, and should actually make the rest of the werewolf grind pretty easy. Should be tanking a lot more. But yeah, let's get this 40 defense and start to wear it. And here it goes. 40 defense on the account. That's so hype, dude. This is a... I can't wait to put this on. Let's see the message. Rune armor. There we go. All right. There it is. There it is. What a Chad. Look at these differences as well. It's such a huge difference. Only 1 more best in slot item to get before I can actually start grinding the other things I want. The helm should definitely help with hunting the Mithril Square Shield now, and the Mithril Scimitar as well. This is so much easier than it was when I was just flinching them with a hammer. Those kills took about like 2.5 minutes, and now I can just face tank them. Take like maybe 30-40 damage, but the kills are like, I don't know, 45 seconds or so. So, very, very nice. You know, that is so weird. That is the first time I've seen an herb in like 150 kills that I've done here. Look at it, friends. This could be the key to getting an instant gear upgrade. With a high chance at the rare drop table, this little box could have the key to treasures beyond our wildest dreams. Dragon med helms, rune kite shields, best in slot items I could only dream of this early into the account. Wow, that is so shit. Oh my god. It's done. Look at it. Look at it on the ground. That is the best in slot shield, and I now have the best in slot gear for the content that is available to me. I have never been more excited about this account's future than right now. I am so... There's just so much to do. I want to do all of it. I think the first thing I want to do is get overheads. It's just such an important, integral part of the game to have overheads. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to camp gas, and they give 30 prayer XP per kill. Now, when I was originally doing Nature Spirit, it took me like 20 Moonlight Meads to kill a ghast, so I have now tripled my defense. My stats are a lot higher. It should be a lot easier, and once I get overheads, all the other combat grinds that I have to do, 15 herblore for example, should be so much easier with overheads.
Am I crazy to think that like he's now the proper level for the zone that he's in? Right? Like he's like,
bro, you are not a UN guy. This is the series you need to watch. Hardcore Iron Man finishing all wilderness tasks. The Giga Chadlamwa link.
Thanks. Let me just rip everyone away from this video, and let's just jump onto what you're thinking about, and let's watch your video. Let's just fucking rip everyone out. Is that what you thought would play out? That's insanity. It's actually crazy.
What I want to try is I want to see what the Chaos Druids are like. I've only been to the Chaos Druids at the start of the account in episode 1, and, you know, I didn't really get to experience them very much, so I'm going to go to Chaos Druids, see if I can get a bit of, like, herblore XP, kind of gauge how common the drops are, how fast the XP is, and after that, I will go to ghasts. Alright, got a tiny bit sidetracked, got 28 crafting, but there is a reason for that. For one, I was very close to the level, but... So I can now make hard leather bodies, which not only is a very good crafting training method, but at the same time, when I start range training, the hard leather body has 4 times the range bonus that the leather body does. So I just wanted to get that out of the way so that whenever I do start training range, I can just instantly make that instead of having to craft. All right, I think I'm just about done with Chaos Druids. I had like a little experimental period.
All right, I'm going to pause it because I just have a random question. So I know leveling magic, obviously, like you get stronger magic spells, but it also unlocks things like a lot of different teleports. What is the equivalent that ranged leveling does? So ranged, obviously, you'll do more damage with ranged. Does it do anything else? Like, what is the utility? Grapples. Okay, I don't know what grapples are, but that sounds kind of important, right? Hang on. Drop all this burnt trout. What does strength do? Or not, yeah, strength, actually. I guess strength is just high-end damage or something. Melee. Let me see these stats. Hold on. There's strength. There's magic. There's ranged. And attack XP, I don't know. I think magic is just there. So range doesn't have any crazy utility like magic does. It has grapple, but I don't know why he's so keen on leveling agility or ranged.
Just kind of gauging the drops, seeing what the XP per hour is like. And I currently got about 17.5 herblore XP in a little over 30 minutes, I want to say. So we're looking at about 35 herblore XP an hour, at least until I hit 5 herblore, and then I can clean Marintils, which will obviously boost the XP quite a bit. Now, I did make a tiny discovery that could actually be pretty groundbreaking. Now, if we look at the gas drop table, we see 2 pretty interesting things. We see an Eye of Newt, and we also see a Guam leaf. 2 things that I need for attack potions that I can't currently make because Chaos Druids don't drop any secondaries. So it makes me think this, if I can just get a bunch of water vials and then take these to ghasts, I could make attack potions there. Not only will I be knocking out overheads, but I'll also get the 15 herblore requirement for Shades of Mort'ton. So this could be pretty groundbreaking. I'm excited to test it out. The first thing I need to do, however, is clear some inventory space, so getting rid of the silver bar, for example, not an item I need to constantly carry on me. I can just complete the quest and get it out of the way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to complete Creature of Fenkenstrain. First thing I need to do for that is make 3 bronze wires. So I got to take a trip to the haunted mine real quick. 15 mining, 9 smithing. All right, after making the bronze wire, I also had to come over to Barrows to grab myself a spade. So now that we've got that, I believe we have everything I need to complete the quest. I completely forgot about how big of an unlock this is. This unlocks experiments, which are 100% going to be like my best training method for a long time. Alright, there's Creature of Fenkenstrain completed, and that also gives me 1,000 thieving XP, which is going to put me at 33. My final thieving level until I unlock Temple Trekking, which is pretty cool. I also got the Ring of Karos, which, I mean, has absolutely no use to me. It has no stats, but I don't have anything in my ring slot, so I'm going to quickly do some crafting. I keep going back to crafting like every 2 minutes, but I want to get 33 crafting, and that way I can make my own vials and fill them for the attack pots. Alright, there's 33 crafting, a quick skill compared to most of them, honestly. But yeah, I can now make vials, so an XP increase for future crafting, and also I can make my own vials for gas. So I'll make like, I don't know, 8 or something, and we'll see how many of them I actually end up using. I've just realized the huge mistake that I've made. I'm gonna get my first farming level raking weeds, and it's gonna get me to 420 total up. I'm gonna have so many weed memes in my comments. Hey, there's 26 prayer. The first prayer level from the ghast grind, and I also got a guam leaf on that level. Also, we got Hawkeye unlocked, which is gonna make range training in the future a bit easier. 28 prayer, unlocking steel skin. I'm slowly getting the good prayers. This is nice. And there's 30 prayer, beautiful. I've made some work on the stats. I've just been training strength. I'm currently 54, and I've made no progress on herblore. It's actually abysmal. I was hoping I'd get like Eyes of Newts every now and then. In fact, the wiki listed it as a common drop. I have not seen a single one yet, so hoping to see one very soon. I wanted to retreat to the grotto just to make this moment special. I finally got an Eye of Newt. It took about 70 gas, and this is going to give me 5 herblore. 1 small step for no one because it's a gigantic step for this account. I can finally clean Marintil. It's gonna be what, like 41 XP. Oh, that's look at it. Bridge crossing content, 16 agility. I've gotten that all just from retreating to the grotto to recharge the prayer. Because, I mean, if you guys don't know how I'm doing this, I have to recharge the prayer at the grotto because I use the blessed sickle to spawn the fungus. And then once I fill up the druid pouch with enough fungus, I can start spawning the ghast. So it's not as simple as them just attacking me, unfortunately. I have found an insane spot for filling up the druid pouch. Look at that. The Mort'ton stems actually count as 2 blessed items, so 1 stem is equal to 2 fungi. So I can just sit here. It is a pretty far run because this is right next to the gate, but I mean, this is an insane spot because you can spawn 4 at once. 55 strength. I honestly did not know I would be training my stats so high with this grind, but yeah, it's been nice. Probably one of the biggest prayer levels for a while on this account until we get overheads, I guess. This definitely has just given me a max hit, so whenever I can give this account a little more attention, I'll just flick this. 34 prayer. We have now unlocked every single 15% boosting prayer. That's the attack one, so I can now just flick all 3 of these whenever, I guess for like boss fights and stuff, which one big boss fight that's coming up is going to be Trey's Daith, which is the Haunted Mine boss. He is going to be challenging as hell, which definitely need overheads for him.
This
Oh,
guy's
look
hitting
at
for
that,
9s.
the drop of champions. I went like 200 gas dry for this. So insane. The wiki listed as common is 100% not common, but this is going to be 6 herblore. Beautiful. I mean, at the end of the day, this is for overheads, not for herblore training. The herblore training is a side benefit that I didn't even expect to train herblore with this, but it's cool that I'm getting the overheads done and also some herblore XP. Been a while since I've gotten an herblore level, but from cleaning a Marintil there, we've got 7. And yeah, the stats have been boosted quite a bit since you last saw this account. I'm currently 58 strength. Can't believe I'm already getting close to a 60 stat. That's awesome. But yeah, 4k away from 59 at the moment, so fishing XP, that's 15 fishing already without even touching a net or a rod or anything. That's all from random events. Huge milestone on the account. I'm very happy to finally have an overhead prayer. There's 37 prayer. First 60 stat on the account, which I absolutely did not expect to get from this grind, but very happy I did nonetheless. I'll be switching to attack now. I'm also 60 combat. Cool. Hey, a lamp. That's going to be some construction XP, sir. 53 XP away from starting to speed this process up a tiny bit. Now, a little inconvenience I've had to deal with so far is now that I'm over double the combat of the ghast, they're actually unaggressive to me. And weirdly enough, they're aggressive to me, but not aggressive to me. And I know that makes like no sense, but basically they're aggressive to you, and once they actually spawn because they attack you because of the druid pouch, they'll just start walking away because they see that I'm double their combat. I'm like, oh, why did I touch this guy? But I mean, that shouldn't happen anyway because they're just naturally aggressive. I don't know. I'll keep dealing with it. It's just a tiny bit annoying because they'll wander off into Narnia and then I just can't even click them. Well, the first useful, well, okay, I'm not gonna sleep on the mage prayer, all right? But let's be honest here. First useful.
Why is he clicking this on and off? Like, you see where his cursor? He's just constantly clicking it.
Overhead on the account. Very happy to have that unlocked. Only 3 levels to go until we get the most necessary one, though. And after that, I can finally start getting back to some content. I'm excited. We're also really close to 8 herblore. As you can see by my HP, I have barely made it out of that swamp alive. But what I did make it out with is an Eye of Newt. And this bad boy is going to get me to 8 herblore, so I can end off my night in a very amazing way. I know this is kind of going to seem out of nowhere, but I'm currently doing the 3-tick granite grind on my main ultimate, meaning that I can't really split my focus between the 2 accounts as well as I was before. I was originally just going to let this account sit on the sidelines and not do anything on it, but I figured this is a perfect time to just train at experiments. And that'll make grinds like the prayer grind and the herblore grind so much quicker, and will also allow me to take on the haunted mine boss much earlier. So I've decided that instead of letting this account just sit there, it's the perfect time to capitalize.
Okay. $11 days. What the
Meet
fuck?
Swampletics, my Mauritania locked ultimate Iron Man. After recently maxing my ultimate Iron Man, I decided to up the ante.
Bro,
to forge my own journey from scratch. No banking, no trading, but this time I can't leave Mauritania. All leading up to eventually taking on one of RuneScape's biggest
How about you grind
challenges,
some
the
bitches?
Theater of Blood.
It's true.
This is a perfect time to just train
fuck.
at experiments. And that'll make grinds like the prayer grind and the herblore grind so much quicker, and will also allow me to take on the haunted mine boss much earlier.
Haunted mine boss. Okay. I've never seen a boss in this game, so Okay, we're screenshot spamming. I like this. I like the screenshot montage. Damn, he's fucking grinding. 60, 60, 60. The account shared. Okay, I don't care if that's true. Give 2 flying fucks.
11 days spent at experiments with nothing but a mithril scimitar. Made a lot of progress. This should make some of my future combat grinds a lot
Also
quicker.
not true.
I think
Okay.
the main thing that this has
Still
just
don't
helped me
care.
with is the Haunted Mine boss. He is absolutely no joke. Like, when I say that, I completely mean that. Very, very difficult boss. I was originally going to wait until 80 combat stats, but with a few gear upgrades, I might go for it a bit earlier. Also, 9 farming. I can farm guams now. I actually found out somewhat recently these vampires south of here have a very interesting drop table when it comes to farming. So what happens now? We've got 60 attack, 60 defense, the 70 strength. First of all, I need to finish off my overheads. I got 40 prayer last episode, and that was at like 1400 prayer XP an hour. I wasn't able to last too long with my stats back then, but now we can have some fun. I should last a lot longer. I've gone up 20 defense levels. So, honestly, I wonder if I even need food, but I guess we'll figure that out. 10 farming, road to 14, for Marintils, of course, because those vampires, that's gonna be like my first farmable seed from vampires, so that is the goal right now. Hey, another lamp, 1 lamp away from 2, I think. This is gonna put me to 8 XP away. That's gonna speed things up so nicely. It's 9 lamps for 2 construction, I think only 5 for 3. 41 prayer, getting close. Got about, what, like 6, 7 hours left, maybe? What? Oh my god, that's the one! Oh my god, I got another lamp! This is gonna be 2 construction. Dude,
Lamps are pretty
the
consistent.
way is paved. The worst is officially behind us. That's our first construction level. We need 3 more for Darkness of Hallowvale. I can even build curtains. It's such a great day. The end is near. 1 more to go. Let's finish this. What a beautiful day, 43 prayer. I can now use Protect from Melee, which honestly, I mean, in Mauritania, this is such an incredibly important thing to have when everything is like 5 billion times my combat level. There's so much to do. Hold on, I need to get my bearings here. I guess we'll start working on herblore.
I'm getting
We gotta
salmon
get
now.
15 herblore for Shades of Mort'ton. If you're not sure how the Shades of Mort'ton minigame works, it requires you to burn shade remains for keys so that you can open up chests inside the catacombs. There's literally over about 100 different drops to get from this place. Unfortunately though, to get the best of the best items, I need 65 fire making. I'll have to settle for the 2 tiers below for now, which require 35, and we're looking at the biggest gear upgrades this account has seen so far. The Amulet of Strength, which is my first offensive upgrade that isn't in the weapon slot, and it's a pretty huge one too. 10 strength bonus is ridiculously good. And the second big item is the Adamant Scimitar, which is also a very big upgrade over the Mithril one. Hopefully, with the Adamant Scimitar and the Strength Ammy, I can take on Treya's Daith, the Haunted Mine boss, which will be the biggest test this account will have to face so far. And so begins the long herblore grind. I guess I'm just going to be cleaning guams and marintils until 11, which is where I can clean terramins. I'm almost 9 already.
This guy's
so
still
the
hitting
gas
for
gave me a bit of a head
3s.
start.
That's an 8.
Very grateful
Okay.
for that, because that's less time spent
Man,
here.
these numbers
but
stay
at the very
low
least,
for a
I'll be
long
training up the
time.
melees a bit higher. The higher the better. Content awaits, so. A monumental achievement on the account, I must say. We're getting into the double digits in herblore. We're 1 XP away. Let's clean this. There we go. 1 level away from getting that big XP boost. And I've got so many terramins in my inventory just waiting to be cleaned. They're so sad.
His gear
I'm already
is bad. Don't
63
say
attack
that. It's
as
better
well.
than mine.
Honestly, the experiment grind was the best thing I could have done
gear is
because
incredible. This
I'm
guy's
shredding
dead.
these guys now. Very interesting drop I just stumbled upon. Look at that. 30. Oh my god, what the hell? How have I not known about this? I didn't even bother to check the table. That's insane. 38 XP. That's like freaking 14 hours of this in 1 drop.
Frickin'.
It's all with the warriors as well. I think I'm just going to be focusing on these guys now. I mean, I've killed a bunch of these guys, so it's definitely not a common drop at all, but that saves me so much time if I can just get a couple more of those. Oh, there it is. 11 herblore. I can't wait to cash in on this massive dopamine rush from cleaning all these. Oh, check this out. Oh, it's so good. 50 herblore XP. And a book of knowledge. This is the best day of my life. Yeah, you're gonna see in a second why. Can you spot it in the inventory? Look at it. Just look at it. Do you know what this means? In one herblore level, that is 50 herblore XP. 8 XP away. It's a beautiful day. It is an incredible day. How many of these I have to clean, I don't know. 3. There we go. 12 herblore. Isn't that beautiful? I can now make my own strength potions, which is insane. Do I have any terramins here? Okay, here we go. The dopamine. Oh my god, it's incredible. 50 herblore XP. Oh my goodness. That is, oh. I have peaked in life. You know, when I said like a couple episodes that discovering Moonlight Mead, I peaked. This is the peak. 2 limport roots in 1 drop is the peak. This is gonna be 13 herblore and only 2 more levels until the big content arrives. I'm very excited. I also have a ton of strength potions for actually training, so that's cool. Look at this inventory, man. It's insane. I've gotten so lucky recently. I even got the dust. It's incredible. But yeah, here's 14 herblore. It's beautiful. 1 level to go, and I'm already like halfway there with the limport roots I have currently, so I'm gonna use all these up, and I don't even know what to do with all these strength pots. I've just been training with them, but today we unlock one of the biggest pieces of content in the region. Okay, let's just stop stalling. Let's get it. 15 herblore. A monumental achievement, actually, like legitimately such a huge thing to have out of the way. So I mean, not only can I now complete the Shades of Mort'ton quest, but at the same time, I can now make serums, and that's going to be such an amazing herblore training method in the future when I eventually need it for like a taste of hope and prayer potions and all that. Serums are very, very good because I don't need to camp for like limport roots for my terramins. I can just use ashes, so very, very good to have that out of the way, and I guess now it's time to do some Shades of Mort'ton. I am so excited. I did keep a couple of terramins because I know I'm going to need them to permanently cure some of the villagers, and at the same time, curing villagers actually has its own reward system as well. You get stuff from using the serums on the villagers, which could actually be pretty useful to me. I did collect a bunch of mithril bolts in hopes that they would sell for quite a bit, since I can't really get a crossbow anywhere on Mauritania. The only thing really worth selling here are the law runes. Otherwise, though, the mind runes are very, very nice, because I can actually get my first mage levels with those. So yeah, I'm just gonna hop around worlds and sell all the law runes. You do need quite a bit of money for the supplies to repair the temple, so I'm just gonna buy one of these hats. I want to get the absolute most out of my runes here, so this slight bit of mage bonus should help, I guess. I think it's +3. Yeah, it gives +3 mage bonus, so I'm just gonna go kill some chickens and see how far these runes can get me. I'm hoping they can get me to double digits, but I'm kind of doubting that. Alright, this is gonna be the last one. Unfortunately, did not get to double digits, but I did get to 8, which is pretty decent. I actually needed 7 for the innate of the Myreque quest, so that's pretty good. I don't have to do that anymore. And I guess while I'm here, I might as well just train the range as well. I just want to make as much inventory space as possible for Shades of Mort'ton, so I'm going to get rid of these knives, and hopefully I can get my range up quite a bit as well. I'd go to swamp crabs, which are the crabs south of Port Phasmatis. They actually have like negative 55 range bonus, I want to say. But they have so much HP that I still don't think I'd even be able to kill one, so that'll be for next time. 11 farming, 3 to go for the infamous 14. Look at that, the first key on the account. Something I guess I've just turned a complete blind eye to all these years is that the colors of the keys actually matter. Somehow I didn't know this, like all these years, but I'll put up the scale for you. Purple has the highest chance of landing rare items, and red, I believe, has the absolute worst chance of landing rare items from the chests. For future reference, I might AFK some temple building. It's some pretty decent crafting XP. I can just sit here for like 5 minutes and not move. I really need to get my combat higher. I just keep getting ragged by the shades. It's extremely frustrating. I can't talk to anyone. This should be the end of the quest. Quite a few good rewards from this. Actually, I'm going to use the permanent solution on this guy. I might as well. There's only 2 people in the village actually worth using the permanent solution on, and this guy is arguably not even worth it, but why not? That's going to be the quest done, and 2k crafting XP, 2k herblore XP, and, of course, access to the Shades of Mort'ton minigame. 34 crafting, 20, that's so good! Straight to Hairlander, that's amazing. And, of course, I'm going to cure the shopkeeper as well, and this guy just sells a bunch of stuff, olive oil and like, building supplies and all that for the temple rebuilding in the future. And I don't have to cure him every time now. I guess I'll just use this last dose on this person. What do you give me? I think, yeah, I got some coins. Nice. So these fringe shades can be burned with regular logs, which is really good news. I don't have 35 fire making just yet, so that's great. I can get a few steel keys from these guys, and steel keys are the ones that hold one of the 2 items I'm actually looking for, being the strength Amy. I can't really get anything too special from bronze keys, but why not, I guess? Runes would be cool. Myth dagger, very, very interesting. Amulet of Defense, also interesting. I mean, that's technically my best amulet at the moment, but There's no way that's worth keeping. Alright, first steel keys on the account. Let's see what we get. What the hell is that? Medium clue. That must be so rare. If only I could actually complete that. Emerald ring from the second one. Not bad, not bad. Matches my amulet. Very beautiful. I do need to kill these Ryle Shades for black keys, which are the next tier up, but for that, I need willow logs, and there's 2 ways I can get willow logs. They're a reward from steel keys or curing villagers with the serums, so hopefully I just get lucky enough to get some. Decided to come back and grab 35 fire making real quick, so we can now burn willow pyre logs, and that allows us to do black keys. And that, unfortunately, is the most important fire making level until 65, so that's gonna take a while to bump up to U logs, but hopefully I just get lucky on some willow logs and I can get some black keys. Please, steel key, yeah! Alright, not a bad haul. That's 3 steel keys. Let's test our luck. We're looking for a strength Emmy and willow logs. If I could get both of those, that would be fantastic. Alright, key number 1. Let's see what we get from this one.
Why don't you just cut down a willow tree?
Oh, that's so good. That is so incredibly good. I'm so happy with that. That's 7 potential black keys there. Very good. Oh my god.
Oh, there's no willow trees there. I see.
Oh my god.
Oh, we got the amulet of strength.
What is this luck? What actually is this luck? That's insane. I'm done with steel keys. I have everything. It took, what, that was like 4 keys in total? That's insane. 10 strength bonus for that. That's so, oh my god. Now just black keys to go. We're an adamant scimitar away from taking on the haunted mine boss and unlocking so much content.
I'm still waiting for the fucking haunted mine. I thought it was gonna happen this episode, man. Actually just got fucking dragged. Damn it.
Meet Swampletic.
Here we go.
My Mauritania locked Ultimate Iron Man. After recently maxing my Ultimate Iron Man, I decided to up the ante. To forge my own journey from
Actual
scratch.
filler episode.
No banking,
Crazy.
no trading, but this time
I will
can't
say,
leave Mauritania.
I did not know Swampletics was this. Y'all hyped this up so much. And don't be wrong, it's very entertaining. But y'all hyped it up and talked about it as if it was like the Falador massacre or the funeral kill, or not like just a fucking basic YouTube series. It's not basic, shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean. I'll keep watching.
All leading up to eventually taking on one of RuneScape's biggest challenges, the Theater of Blood. Now just black keys to go.
It gets nuts.
We're
okay.
an adamant scimitar away from taking on the haunted mine boss and unlocking so much content. The adamant scimitar is the key to everything. I've watched a lot of people do the haunted mine boss fight in the last few days. I've been trying to gauge if this is actually possible with the gear I'm going for, or if this is just a waste of time, if I should wait for higher stats. Let's put this into perspective. I can take 17 salmon into this fight with my inventory restrictions. That's my best healing food. So I can heal a total of 153 hit points, along with my current HP being 66, I can take a total of 218 damage before dying. I searched everywhere for someone doing the boss with a similar inventory or gear to mine, but I just couldn't find it. And that's not very surprising, I mean, look at me. Everyone had a whip, staminas, high healing food, higher stats, triple my defense bonus, and with all those upgrades, everyone was taking close to 200 damage, only 18 less than what I can afford to take. If I want any chance at doing this, I need every upgrade I can get. I need to get the best weapon I currently have unlocked, the Adamant Scimitar.
Okay.
We got the willow logs, we got the strength Emmy, so I guess now I just need to kill a bunch of these Ryle Shades. I need to get a bit lucky as well. These shades can still give steel keys, and every time I want to go do a trip with willow logs, I have to walk all the way to Canifis and unnote the logs at the banker and then come back. So, nice part is, which I didn't even mention, I have the Shades of Mort'ton minigame teleport now, which makes this so much easier. Like, it's actually ridiculous. I used to have to walk through the entire swamp to get back here, but that'll make it a lot easier, a lot more convenient. The first willow log attempt on the account, that is some coins, not a big fan. Come on, come on, come on, yeah, alright. We got 3 keys from 6 logs, which isn't bad, that's not bad. We'll take it, 3 attempts at the Addy Simi here, let's see. Alright, the first black key, oh, I will take it, holy, that's actually really good. I'm not even mad about that. Alright, Crimson next. What do we get from this one? Black full helm. Alright, I'll take it. Some money. Fine cloth. If only, man. If only I could actually use that. Alright, let's go use these last 2 steel keys in hopes of more willow logs, since, I mean, that's pretty much all I need from steel keys now is just more willow logs, so. Okay. Well, speaking of more willow logs, I now have 30. Oh my god, that is so many. Haul number 2, a black battle axe and a ruby ring. Oh, today is a good day. We've got 4 black keys from 4 willow logs there. That was so good. I'm feeling good about these. All right, 4 attempts. No, why couldn't I get that like 20 years ago when I needed a mithril scimitar? All right, second. Is that an upgrade? Is a black kite shield better than a mithril square? Wow, that is the the most marginal difference I've ever seen in my life, but I will take it. One thing I'm gonna slowly do is come to experiments whenever I'm like editing a video or whatever, because I'm currently 80 combat, which means every single shade in Mort'ton is attacking me. If I got 1 more combat level, everything would be unaggressive to me, so Mort'ton would just be like a pretty...
How do you make things unaggressive? Do you have to be double their level? Or no? You have to be double. So the level of these shades is like, what, 40?
Safe town. Nothing would
so
attack
that's why
me.
he wants
All right,
81.
We've got 2 more keys. Let's see what we can do with these. All right, 2 more cracks at the Addy Simi here. Let's see if we can get it. That is actually pretty good. That is okay. So I want an air staff. It's the best staff I can get from here, the most useful one at least. But
I already have
that
one
is
of
still
those.
pretty good. That'll do
Put
for
in the
now.
video.
I'll keep that on me. Okay, this is a really good trip. Holy, I can almost use that. I'm 600 XP away from 31. So as soon as I get back to Canifis, dude, that is actually so sick. I can drop the steel axe as soon as I get 31 there. Dude, very good run. I'm happy with that one. No Addy Simi, but I'm very happy with that. Hey, okay, I know for a fact that one is better. I don't have to question if this is an upgrade. So yeah, there we go. Mithril Kite Shield unlocked. 36 crafting, basket weaving content coming soon. Probably not what you were expecting, but I did get the final lamp for 3, so now we have 2 more levels to go until I'm done lamping construction. So excited for that. So one note to make is I'm on my final 5 willow logs, which means after this, I have to camp for more steel keys and then camp those steel keys for more willow logs if I want to get more black keys. So this is my final Hail Mary attempt at getting the Addy Simi. If I don't get it from these, well, we have to jump through a lot of hoops to get back to this. So yeah, hopefully we get it. All right. 3 shots at this. 3 chances. Mithril long, not looking good so far. 2 more chances, come on.
Another scimitar.
Yes, I'm so... Oh my god. What a
Okay, is that what he
great
wanted?
day. It's over. I got it.
Oh.
With 1 key left to spare, man. I didn't have to grind for any more steel keys, no willow logs. We're done. I do have
no
1
idea
more
what
key
this
though,
is.
so let's open this up. Oh man. Flamethrower, that would be so good before. If I was still doing this, that flamethrower hammer would actually be really good. It costs 10k in the shop, so it helps you rebuild the temple faster. I actually can't believe it. Like, I was fully expecting to have to grind more there.
So is adamant. Is that just like 1 tier higher than mithril? Essentially? Okay, I don't know these things, so I get it.
very happy I don't. We can just go straight to the boss fight. Oh my god, yes, man.
Okay,
I
boss
might
fight.
have a chance now. With this incredible 38 strength bonus, it is very, very important that I beat this boss and ultimately finish the quest, of course. Let's go prepare. You might be wondering why this quest is so important. Why is Trey's Daith such a priority? Completing the Haunted Mine unlocks Tarn's Lair, a pretty important place for the future of this account. Unlocking Terror Dogs, eventually upgrading my Salvami, it's even the only place for me to get a Pestle and Mortar, believe it or not. It contains undisputably the weirdest drop tables in the game. Along with that, this is actually mainly what I want it for, this shortcut right here. This shortcut leads you to the gem outcrops, so you don't have to traverse the entire mine to get down here. For the past couple videos, 34 smithing has come up a lot, and there's a reason for it. It's because of temple trekking, and this is why I've been putting it off. At the lower level of the mine is the only place to mine iron ore. I decided to time getting to this vein of ores with and without the shortcut. Without the shortcut, it took 74 seconds to get down there. After completing the Haunted Mine, it'll only take 42. It'll save me several hours in the long run, which is why I have to do this. Currently AFKing on these guys because I not only want some XP,
that he's like accommodating like several hours when this motherfucker grinded shit for 11 days. I mean, I get it. It's just
but at the same time, I also want some of their drops. I pretty much have like perfect accuracy on these guys with Wolfbane, and they drop a bunch of steel stuff like steel bars, steel axes, steel arrows, which doesn't sell for a whole lot, but at the same time, at least I get XP out of it too. What I need the money for is Treya's Daith. It's gonna take me at least a couple of attempts, and each attempt is costing me, I think, about 1k GP for all the salmon I need to buy. Also with that, I'm 31 cooking, so I burn a lot of salmon. It's not great. So I'm gonna need a lot of money for this. All the money troubles are gone, my friends. Look at this. Look at all these coins just laying around here. I'm pretty sure one of these is gonna wake up if you take them. Yeah, if their name is highlighted in yellow, that means they're animated, so they're gonna wake up if you steal their money. Gonna be completely honest with you, I was going to complete the quest.
Wait, hold on, what was that?
Gonna wake up if you steal their money.
I want to hear what he's talking about. Like, how does he know they're alive?
If their name is highlighted in yellow, that means they're animated, so they're gonna wake up if you steal their money. Gonna be completely honest with you, I was going to complete the quest up until the boss, then leave to get a more proper boss fight inventory, because I mean, I have 3 pikes right now instead of salmon. My inventory is not ready, but I'm gonna count this as attempt number 1. I'm gonna try to understand the boss mechanics better, learn the room, and ultimately just see how far I can get. If I leave now, I have to get the fungus again. It's gonna take a lot of time. I might as well give the boss a shot, learn it, and then come back for an attempt 2. Every single attempt on this boss, I'm gonna have to wait here for 101 energy, because the biggest thing that I don't have is any kind of run regen, and that's a very, very big part of this boss fight.
Okay. Is this the boss? Okay. He went fucking underground.
Oh, I have to bail. That's so upsetting. Am I gonna die here?
That is
crazy. I think I might actually die before
Why the
leaving.
fuck
All right,
are health bars above your character?
Dude.
Not in line with your actual health.
I'm actually really frustrated because I had some insane RNG there. And I need very, very good RNG to win this fight. And I had it there when I wasn't even prepared for the boss fight. Of course,
I mean,
that's
I
how
get
it
that
works.
it's like old
20
code.
HP right now. And I didn't have the right inventory. That could have been it.
Oh, wait, I had it wrong. I forgot. He actually has a lot of HP. 11 is really low. My bad. I was thinking of
All
me.
right, we've got the proper attempt number
health.
2 inventory.
So
we've got the
like, he's
100
almost
run,
full.
more food.
I forgot.
If I get the same RNG as last time, I think I can actually make something happen here. There's no getting out of this. No, I'm dead. I'm not even sure if it's an instance or not. This could be really, really bad. So I've tried to look stuff up on the wiki, and it says absolutely nothing of this being an instance. So that could be either a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not completely sure. Now, the one thing that lets me know that it probably isn't is that the fact when I left the boss room, I could still see the boss, which means that it's probably not an instance. Although I gotta say, I am not positive. And I really hope that I didn't just lose all the gear that I spent nearly 100 hours getting. I gotta be honest with you, I'm terrified. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not an instance, but... oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's a red dot. Thank God, man. There is a red dot. All our stuff is there. Lessons learned on this attempt. Minecarts are fatal. No matter what, I need to stay away from them. That did, like, 40 damage. 40 damage that I just can't out-eat. Cranes do a lot of damage, and I need to be praying range at all times. It does a little bit, it's like a marginal help, but it's still definitely worth doing, which means I have to one-tick flick while running around the room, and this room has terrible pathing, which is what makes it so difficult to prayer flick. Like, otherwise I'd have no problems, but the pathing is so annoying.
Okay.
This is such a good start so far. This is so... oh, that 12. This is such a good start. This is really, really promising. I try to prey flick both the cranes and the pickaxes, but I think the pickaxes have to take priority. They just do constant damage. Even when the crane is attacking me, I think it's more worth to prey range. I don't know, honestly. That's the problem is I can't... now I'm stuck here. I have to wait until the minecart passes. Oh, no, I've made a terrible mistake. There's no way. You can't out-eat that with salmon, man. You can't out-eat that with salmon. It's not possible.
He's getting
this is
ran
probably
over.
the finest example of the pathing issue that I kept running into. To properly traverse the terrain, you have to be very precise with your clicks. So to properly get past this minecart, which is possible, but you have to do it as quick as possible as well. I would have to click on this tile and then on this tile, which I didn't do. I only clicked over there, assuming that my character would run there, but he gets stopped by the minecart. And if you don't do it in one tick, which is 0.6 seconds, then the minecart is going to run you over. And by that point, I'm being taken past about 15 tiles of track. 15 tiles of track where I can get hit up to about 70 damage.
Okay.
This might be it. If he launches, there's this like rare double pickaxe attack as well. That could very easily kill me right now. No, I think we're good. All right. It's so inconsistent. He's like 40 HP right now. It's so inconsistent. I can't figure it out. I just can't.
Okay.
One thing that I'm going to do a bit differently this time is I think I've learned the timing to prayer flick the cranes and the pickaxes. Although the pickaxes are unpredictable, I think if I get the right tick on the cranes, I can also do the pickaxes. This is going to be another bail. He's 40 HP this time, once again. And the funniest part is that the best I've done so far is that first attempt when I wasn't prepared. Alright, there it is. We're trying something different. So I'm going to get a strength pot, which this will increase my max hit by 2. And with some really good RNG, I think it is possible. This increases my max hit to 16. So with some solid RNG on each rotation, I think I could have it. Yep, I'm bailing. It's the start of the fight. I have done 3 HP of damage to him, 2 HP of damage, and I'm already this low health. There's no point. I have to bail already. This is an insanely difficult fight. Like, I knew it was difficult, but this is even more than I thought. This is why I play the account, though. We're gonna beat him. I'm not backing down. I'm pretty sure I'm way too stubborn to back down at this point, but we're gonna figure this out.
Okay.
Alright, this is looking extremely promising. So what happened was I died on the last attempt, and because of that, I also have an extra pile of food on the ground. It's not much, but it's quite a bit of food. So I decided to come here very quickly before it despawned. That's why I have some
This motherfucker's
pike.
putting food on the floor?
And maybe this is enough. I'm very, very much hoping that this is enough food to kill him. I have to risk it. I have to. There's a very, very high chance that I die on this attempt, but it's my only chance. If I hit decent here and on the next one... Oh, nope, I'm dead. There's no way I can bail at this point. Dude, if I can't even kill him with 35 food, what is, like... You know, big shout out to this guy. Appreciate him a lot. This is my best chance to kill him. He's 12 HP right now. Please, no. Stop. Why are the pickaxes so quick? What the... So, I am completely broke, which means I have wasted all my money on attempts. It's all been on salmon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple trips of snails. I'm very close to my next attack level, so that could help me a bit. And I'm gonna get a bit of money from snails, and after that, I've been doing a little bit of statistics. I decided to throw all my stuff into a DPS calculator, and I found some pretty interesting things. When I'm using the aggressive style, I have an extra max hit, which is a very big DPS increase. Not only that, but it's also a very, very slim accuracy increase, as that's one extra number to not roll a 0 on. Another thing I haven't been using is attack pots. With an attack pot, I go from 45.75% chance to hit to 51.28. That's an extra 6%, which might not sound like a lot, but when you count how many hits I get on the boss, it makes a very big difference. Oh, finally. The Eye of Newt. The Canifis villagers have a very rare chance of dropping the Eye of Newt, and I've gotten about 80k attack kick speed trying to get it, so... Can finally make the attack potion, and I got the extra attack level, so we should honestly have a decent shot at this. Now all I need is a Terramin.
A Terramin? I don't know what that is either.
I've decided to go all or nothing on this attempt. I have also gotten an extra 15 salmon here, so hopefully that's enough. Dude, I am lagging so hard. Look how long everything is taking to register. Oh my god, please. The RNG is so good right now. I'm hitting every single time. It's amazing. But the ping is so terrible. Of course, when one thing goes right, something else goes wrong.
So it looks like this boss fight is just running around, and everything is just like a poltergeist beating the fuck out of you. It's all haunted. That's kind of it. Oh, one hit?
Please, 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 don't hit a 0. Don't hit a 0. Don't hit a 0. Yes! Oh my god, it's over. Oh my Jesus Christ, that was possibly about 13 hours of straight boss fights. Oh my god. It's done.
How long?
It is over. Oh my Jesus Christ, that was possibly about 13 hours of straight boss fights. Oh my god. It's done. It is over. Holy shit. I'm actually done. I beat the frickin' boss. Oh my god, man. Every single boss attempt took about 50 minutes to set up for. That should give you some damn perspective. My god, it's over. Haunted Mine quest is about to be completed. The pinnacle moment. Haunted Mine completed, and I honestly say this without any hesitation, this is the hardest quest I have ever done in RuneScape. I will eventually be able to make my Salvemi, but what I need for that first is 27 Hunter, and that way I can catch baby implings, which will get me a ball of wool, and then I can finally string my Salvemi. So that's a bit far off from now, but man can dream. Man can dream.
Okay. Interesting. I'm not following most of things. I'm kind of getting it, but I need like hand holding. Because like when he's super excited about something, I'm like, why are we excited? What's happening? What is that? I don't know. Interesting.